The protests in Chile started after the government hiked metro fares, but they quickly grew into one of the country's largest demonstrations in years. As many people here say, it is not about 30 cents, it's about 30 years. Large parts of Santiago are now boarded up, the capital bearing the scars of weeks of violent protests. This is the National Museum of Fine Art in the very heart of Santiago, covered in graffiti like much of the rest of the city. Now the museum is closed, the workers have gone on strike, and they've added a line onto this sign on the front gates which really goes to the very heart of what these protests in Chile are about. It reads, "Hasta que la dignidad sea costumbre," which means until dignity becomes a habit. 75-year-old Washington Wilson paid into a private pension fund for years. Now he receives roughly $200 a month. It barely covers the cost of medicine for his heart condition. He says the privatized pension funds are profiting from people like him.
It can't be any clearer. The pension funds are making money with our money, with my money.
The sense of injustice at the situation facing Chile's older generation is one of the reasons behind these protests. Nearby Wilson's house, a supermarket burned down. Vandalism is estimated to have cost the country well over $1 billion. Yet surveys show more than 70% of the population supports the protests that are demanding change. Investigators at the Fundación Sol, a non-profit research organisation, point to World Bank data that shows the wealthiest 1% in Chile has 33% of the national income. It's a concentration of wealth not seen anywhere else in the world.
There
are people who work full-time and yet are living in poverty with their families. That is one of the contradictions in a country that says it's one of the economic miracles in the region.
The government has announced a series of policies such as increasing the minimum wage and reducing the number of working hours, which are intended to appease protesters. But for many here, it's too little, too late. Chile has long been considered a model of economic and social success in Latin America. Now Chileans want to be part of that success. Joel Richards, CGTN, Santiago.